Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast with me, host of Pearl Dane, the one and only master propaganda hero of defender of the fatherland. Offered to a 1v1 on Twin Beaches. In the north it is the Stephentastic Stephen, fighting for the British Empire, the Commonwealth. Here with the 6th Armored Division as the south it is the tightest of ropes, Tightrope. Here with the Deutsches Afrika Korps and the 15th Panzer Grenadiers showing up bikes. We've got Panzer Grenadiers and we might get Bessieri. We shall see. As always, big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for the continued generous and wonderful support of the Propagandacast. Keeps making all these videos possible. And a big thanks, keep commenting and liking on them. It helps out immensely with the YouTube algorithm. So, off to the races we are here. Section southwards with another section there for Stephen. Seemingly not going for Australian defence. Stephen may just find himself on a government watch list. Oh no. 80. So, grab the southern viewpoint with a bike. Steady as everything goes here. Across our points. Up north, got the sappers with their Mark II Sten guns. Of course, the classic and iconic British submachine gun, which was later after all replaced by the Sterling submachine gun. But fun fact, the Sterling would actually see some extensive testing towards the latter half of the Second World War in a variety of sort of, theatres and such. So there's a bit of a fun fact there. Panzer Grenadiers on the way here for Tightrope. So interesting, he's not going for Bessieri despite going for Italian combined arms. An interesting choice there. Might indicate he wants to go for combined arms bonuses for the Panzer Grenadiers and such. We might even run over line the armour. We'll have to see, of course, what exactly Tightrope's game plan with this is. Another section for Stephen. Morley Enfield to the field. Looks like to be one of those classic heavy section builds out of the British. Relying on just the sheer power level of the infantry sections, just getting out as many of them as fast as possible. And then typically getting some training going to really make them hit hard. The southern victim point here was some infantry. So far, though, neither Tightrope or Stephen are really looking to seek out any significant engagement. Obviously fighting each other a bit here and there, but at the same time, they're also clearly looking to stay clear of any major engagement. Also, bear in mind here from Tightrope, probably in anticipation of a possible dingo, for example. This allows them to some catch it up, maybe destroy it. Thumbs up to Tightrope. I'd say that's some good foresight tactically, just in that eventuality that Stephen has gone for the dingo or something similar. And I mean, most British players will go for the dingo, so it does make a lot of sense here. And of course, obviously he doesn't go for the dingo, but we go for Humbuck, it'll hit that. And theoretically, it doesn't. I mean, there's still a chance infantry, so it's still going to be a good mine. We'll just have to see when it becomes a mine. And feeling firmly there for Stephen, needs that healing for his men, his chaps. Dickery dudes. Panzer Pioneer push back for the sappers. Panzer occupying here further south. We've got Stephen here close to the southern field point, nabbing that. Looks like he was doing it on the mini-map, which at times can be a bit inaccurate. No capture orders there. 4th section for Stephen. Bring in more stout yeomanry here to take on those bloody Jerrys. Further south section is the Panzer Pioneer.
The enemy have claimed our sector.
A bit of skirmishing here, nothing too significant. There you go, Panzer Pioneer right and able to take on the British infantry head on. Just humble Panzer Pioneer. Light support company there for Tightrope. Gonna want that tech up. Troops are reinforcing healing. Already got the flamethrowers upgrade here for the sappers. It was called the number 2. It was nicknamed the Life Buoy due to its rather distinct shape. Fresh push here, but the Panzer Pioneer, they'll help. Yeah, he ends up giving up there. Tightrope realizing he can't make that work, no matter how much he believes, in the German NC there. He's going to need some actual more firepower to make any headway there. But there you go. Taking the field point here, Tightrope has severed Stephen's supply lines here. At least that way help compensate for the fact he lost the other fuel point there, but he won't be able to maintain the position much longer. There's 2 sections coming in here. We got another section up for the lighthouse, and he's got 1 Panzer's mortier. Ambulance for Tightrope, thumbs up. Stephenn, of course, he might want to consider some infantry training soon. Of course, he might be planning to just take up faster, but training for the sections, getting up that to veterans one faster, of course, extra bonus is, I think, also like, worthwhile element to consider. But Tightrope here racing ahead here. Straight for the mechanized company. Tightrope clearly here wanting to aim for the the heavy armored cover, which would certainly punish even if we were to go for training. So that does make sense. Still not much out of the battle group there for Tightrope. Stephenn, of course, is still yet to pick one, but that is fairly common for Stephenn. Stephenn typically be more the wait and see type when it comes to battle group decisions. Platoon command puts 15 fuel point almost seats out his base. That's never going to put a bit of a dent in, so otherwise in a successful fuel advantage managed to get here against Tightrope. And there you go. Finally, mine goes off. Gavin and Nigel are down.
And ready for deployment. Panzerjäger anti-vehicle infantry available.
There you go. Panzerjäger's out. Tightrope taking no chances with, say, a fast humber here out of Stephenn or any other light vehicular shenanigans. No, sir. Not Tightrope. Got the bite there. Second in it. Oh, the plane was actually vanished. Stephenn seems to have been caught by a butt because flamethrowers should disappear. It's gone, ga 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 ga! Which is a dark truth. That's actually how most Australians laugh. No. No. Still light tanks here for Stephenn, but yeah, that's a bit of an awkward bug there. There was something similar in CoH3, because like basically when a unit died, if they had a flamethrower, they could burst open and flames could kill the units. So you actually end up in a situation where the flamethrower actually burst open, but the unit, like the last guy, didn't die, and so he just used the flamethrower. I wonder if it might be something similar here. Somehow, I don't know, but it's definitely weird, especially if you can't then replace it with another flamethrower. Stuart light tank here, Stephenn, the M3A1.
Smoke canisters have been retrofitted. What do you need? I'm hit.
Sections of the Panzer going to be more sections moving in, no upgrades for them yet. That's Stephenn, of course, that was mourning the mysterious vanishing of the flamethrower. And Tightrope might just go for some ventures, at least he might be planning for tanks. I mean, he could go for this inventor, but my suspicion he's actually planning for the M1340 Italian medium tank. The light tank, the Italians did consider it a medium tank. And only at the start of the war, it probably would have been a medium tank. Fairly well equipped. I suppose they're still riveted rather than welded, but it did fall out of, shall we say, favour pretty fast. The problem with the Italians on the industry is they couldn't really produce a lot of them, and they couldn't easily replace them either easily with newer models. It was actually though a sort of few years after upgrade model for the high velocity gun, the M1542, but it was a bit late to the party, and again they just couldn't produce enough of them. The Italian industry just was not really up to the task. So Tightrope here can go for the M1340, not the M1542.
We have M1340
there you go. Got that one out.
Use them as you will.
In fun fact, the M1540 did actually summon to service in Budapest with an SS cavalry division. Finishing how these things sometimes got a bit around. And oh yeah, they actually got the radar right now. Dual one. So that was technically standard. I don't know why it's starting to be an upgrade. That was actually standard equipment. With dual light machine guns mounted in there, but I digress. Punches are going up with machine gun grenades being chucked. Sections being ripped apart here by Steel Hand Granada. Captain Sappers up north, and there we go. Right, machine guns ready. Good, moving in, 459, 99. And this team has gone for Indian artillery. Ooh, hit his own there. I didn't get a friendly fire. No casualties inflicted due to that. At least M30 from into the studio. So how will Stephenn react to this? He actually was going for training there, by the way. That was that. Good try for another student. Might go for an anti-tank rifle. Or of course he might go for an anti-tank. Meanwhile, got Tightrope's Panzergers spearheading the FT. Stephenn's men overcome. Of course, withdraw towards the base. Recce package up there for Stephenn. Inch 40. Notice got the tank command upgrade to boost nearby infantry units' performance. Thumbs up there to Stephenn. Also allows them to mark enemy vehicles and tanks. They take extra damage. Another tank out there for Tightrope. But for the cutoff point, Tightrope does not miss a beat here to try and, hit Stephenn's economy further. Even meanwhile, not really showing much indication it was planning. Almost got the Pentagon in his wipe though. Okay, flamethrow's back, so it just comes back with what? It comes back with what? A repair. Okay, I mean, I guess in case that ever happens to you now, you know. What a strange bug, though. I guess they just left it while repairing. It was like, Nigel, over there, your flamethrower, you muppet. Oh, that's where I left it. How do you even leave a flamethrower? Shut up, Gavin.
M1340, medium tanks are ready to deploy.
Take one down the way for Stephenn. Got the Punch Pioneer busy with Eastern Victory point there. M1340 there taking down from the Sword Light tank. Withdrawing the two tanks. Punch being engaged with the two sections, quickly push back. North here, bike busy. I mean, Tightrope so far maintaining an excellent pressure. He and Stephenn keeping on the back foot and controlling most of the map here, so excellent play. They're obviously having two light/medium tanks, obviously provides him some excellent control here versus his opponent. We got one of them to veterans who won here.
Forces can use combined arms to secure territory.
There you go, got the combined arms abilities there for his infantry, including faster capture speed. Interesting strategy here from Tightrope. Stephenn finally climbing from the kill, so light taking hits a mine, engine blown out. Commander in a bit of a tough spot. There has to withdraw. Italian tanks trying to get the 6-pound gun, at least keeping them somewhat at a respectful distance here. Another great shot. Sections retreat right past the two Italian tanks. The odds got Panzer Grenadiers, the Panzer Pioneer, you name it. Bad to see a wiped in Stephenn. Can he avoid it? Oh, it's going to be close here. No, I don't think he's going to avoid it. Secured it. Nice tactical win there for Tightrope to just kind of assist. Going for the base here. Tightrope sensing the opportunity. The weakness in Stephenn's defenses in his base goes in and starts wrecking those field infirmaries.
Proximity alarm, near ammunition point.
Devious ploy here by Tightrope, completely confounding, possibly discombobulating Stephenn here. But Stephenn's signature is ready here, hunting down the Italian tanks with ruthless efficiency. And 14th Rush, Ryan and Sangre, and then get finished off here by one of the Italian tanks. A stinging blow to Stephenn he ill can afford. But there you go. Stephenn here fueled by anger and vengeance. Aside from vengeance, obviously. Tries, I think, flying up behind the M1340s and try and cut off the retreat path. There shall be no mercy from Stephenn today. No kindness. Only the horrors of war. We can see the tanks are trying to escape here. Tightrope knowing sensing what's going on there, goes for the unconventional move, and of course goes straight through his opponent's face, actually ruining the feeling. It's comedy there. Alright, need to build up my new field infirmary. Bob, I think something's over there. What? Oh, bloody hell, they're coming back! God damn it.
Territory isolated. Our resources
And Stephen here, of course, unfortunately find his opponent, you know, not only escaping, but escaping while just ruining his field infirmary again. Truly one of the finest escapes ever perpetrated. Again, Panzer's to cover the trip. We can see the Stephen is still taking advantage. Of his opponent being pushed off to go for the cutoff point. There goes to the punching. Need to keep down all the tanks. But loses to a light tank here. Would be painful for Stephen. And he loses it! Oh no! That is not good for Stephen. Is not good at all. Damn, the fuel pulling up north with the sappers. Tanks pulling back here. Panzer Commando almost done.
My men have completed their order. Territory sector lost!
Fuel pulling up north being ceased.
Enemy forces have taken our territory. Off-map batteries are available to saturate targets in support of our efforts. Armory upgrade underway.
Fresh Druid almost there. Stephen clearly not wanting to take up here, rather staying with his precious Druid light tanks. Got 129 to 186. Almost got the 250 after the Panzer's in here. Actually go for Panda 3s now. And here, of course, also go farm reserves. Decide to go for something a bit bigger. So it wouldn't be entirely out of place here. But now there seems to be no particular indicator. So, of course, the longer time goes on, that I'm really doing anything, the more likely though it is he's planning like, you know, something big. As for Stephen, will be another Stu, but he'll try and save up for tech. Maybe go for some Gurkhas. So in a few paths here that Stephen could explore versus his opponent.
Is being neutralized by the enemy. What do you have for us?
Beam 1314 northwards here, poking ahead. And straight into our mine. Tightrope does end up going here for 8 Panzer 3.
Our territory is in enemy hands. The territory sector has been claimed by the enemy.
But no pursuit from Steam, probably didn't realise his opponent had sent a tank into the mine here. Though he does send a student into at least patrol here, maybe try to deal with the bike, so theoretically could have spotted it had been a bit faster. And there you go, bike engaged, quick with escaping, Panther 3 almost done here for Tightrope. Stephen with grenades on the way finally. Thumbs up.
Panzer 3 on station.
There we go, Panther 3 we're here ready for Tightrope. And das Vaterland. Match is definitely though hit a bit of a quieter pace at the moment. Mines was out there for Tightrope. He not wanting to take any chance over Stephen all his mines, and Stephen has definitely done a pretty thorough work mining. It's honestly Tightrope decided, you know, after he should have not got some mines a bit sooner, but either way. Has been, and I hope that's it. Tightrope has also been busy mining, so I guess thumbs up there to both sides. Next Pentagon war here for Stephen. As Tightrope commits his Italian tanks to engage the Tommies, head on. Giving the Penguin a bit of a serve there. Stephen enters the second entry already. He's had turn tanks going for a white peak. Pentafeet joining in here. Almost got the section. Another paper blow that Stephen just loses it, and I'd say chances are very good he is. There we go, another wipe in Stephenn. Stephen's time to run up infantry, if anything. Need to be careful about that, honestly. Needs to be very careful about that, I think, in the long run. Grenades off here. And grenades on again as well. There we got the suicide ripping into the retreating German troops here. 6 fighting under Serb. Some damage in. Tightrope flooding a lot of manpower here.
It's done. Advance. We shall have additional forces available shortly.
Briefly considered support arm elements. There you go.
Support companies
Armed reserves on the way. Keeping out in the base here. Doesn't try to take out the ambulance. Yes, Stephen, of course, has cleared the American influence in his life. There you go, Penry dumbing in, but not just into the steel, but the 6 pounding gun here. There you go. Tread shot there to make it a bit easier to finish off the 6 pounding gun. There you go. Bit of blow the Tightrope, losing his panda. He does remove a 30 to Stephen's stuff, and he does lose a steward in return. But even for that, the steward for a penalty is a reasonably beneficial trade-off here for Stephenn. Another 6 pounding gun. He's down to just 1 section though. I think for Stephenn, replacing some of these infantry losses might actually be the priority right about now. In Tightrope here with support armaments. Did he? Look, he did go for armored reserves and then support armaments. I'm not entirely sure what Tightrope's plan is at this point, honestly. This certainly seems a bit weird.
Point is being taken from us.
There goes Stephenn finally with a come to command post. Might be planning to replace some of these losses with foot guards. That could certainly be effective.
Are available for construction.
Especially with some cheap reinforcements. I think he might have gone for a different ability than that. What with pillage?
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
What do you need?
And tanks moving about here.
We have lost control of a victory point.
With a lot of skirmishing, pack ready for Tightrope. I'm responding to the steward menace here to Stephenn. Stephenn needs to, I think, deal with the barely any infantry under his command menace.
Territory sector out of
Tank hitting a mine here, but Stephenn's forces are in such a, well, disarrayed state he can't like easily move in something to like just help deal with that. That fast ways.
Panzer Grenadiers have been mustered.
There you go. Stephenn's got the foot guards on the way. 396 to 229. Tightrope's got a good lead in terms of victory points also, and casualties are certainly also not great here for Stephenn, and Tightrope is not bringing in the recovery half track. Certainly setting up things further in favour of Deutschland. Got the steward there going, force from German forces with the southern field point. Recovery half track ready. Tightrope. Deutschland. Back racing force again here. Stephenn with even more foot guards, replacing his losses with elite troops here, with bazookas and Thompsons. None of which were weapons they really had a lot of. That the steward was, or the Thompsons went, but the Sten gun was remarked developed because the Americans didn't want like sell their Thompsons to them cheaply, so basically ended up developing their own submachine gun. There you go, heavy engine taking fire plus the bazookas here. Talent takes a bit of trouble, even the ace one there has to get out of the quick, which certainly painful here for Tightrope to lose such an experienced tank through here to the opponent. Anti-tank grenade off here. Tank down. This is definitely painful for Tightrope. Might see the one get knocked down. That's 2 Italian tanks down. Tightrope's down, gets the Panther 3 now. Definite opportunity here for Stephenn. And with the second foot guard section out, this may just get a bit worse here for Tightrope, depending how well Stephenn wields and leverages his foot guards. So we got 367 versus 229. Got the foot guards marching in.
Ammunition
advancing
point is
steadily
being
and
taken from
ruthlessly
us.
against the Germans. He shouldn't go for some actual tanks if he wants to.
We're losing grasp of a munitions point.
Under attack! Into position!
Could go for the Crusader, of course, but looks like he isn't. It might then be Matilda 2 or even setting up Grant. We shall have to see. Stephenn is up to besides foot guards.
Territory lost.
And there we go. We do get a Crusader after all here for Stephenn. In the end, he cannot withstand the allure of the Crusader tank.
My men have completed their order.
367 is 214. Bazooka fire there.
What do you need?
Bit of movement here. We got Stephenn still on the back foot, though. The roll with some armor. He might be able to change that a bit more. We'll have to see.
My man had his men to the sector!
There you go, Crusader tank out here for Stephenn.
Found the front line!
Good guys being the effort here. 6 punting and supporting Crusader moving in here. Panda 3 heavily damaged already, sustaining quite a bit of damage. And I think Tightrope here might actually at this very moment try and hold up for a Tiger tank. A bit risky as always, but he might just be able to make it work, especially with the difference right now between him and Stephenn in a lot of, I think, respects, including victory points and casualties. I'd say there's a good chance he can
Veteran squad leaders are being called up to improve
make it
infantry
work.
squads.
Was that veteran squad that just got researched? Huh? It sounded like it. 67 was on 88.
Our territory is in enemy hands.
Closing on us!
So there you go, fresh push here by Tightrope. What is Stephenn up to? Not too much at the moment.
Veteran squad leaders
Don't
have
seem to
been
have any deal with a lot of
dispersed
infantry
among
pushing into this
Expect results at
anti-tank
once.
and the isolated, unsupported subs moving in here, but they don't seem to hold this advance either. Actually sending in the Crusader, I think, just trying to draw attention from the 6-5 gun lady, but Tightrope's not taking the bait, at least not right away. There you go, gun from down anyway, subs moving in, angling damage to the Crusader tank here. Things start to look pretty pear-shaped here for Stephenn. Foot got to the rescue, they'll force away the Panther Fleet, successfully some infantry. Crusader still sniping shots off at those bloody Germans, and a grenade off here. Quite a shockwave, not enough to at least, finish them off, but at least deal a good amount of damage, leaving them much weaker for the next fight. So Stephenn needs to pick up the pace here. Starting to fall rather actively behind here. And noticeably so. Good guards keeping up the pressure. More sappers for Stephenn to help repair his stuff. Does make sense. We need some more units once you just capture stuff anyways. But this was an argument if you just go for more foot guards. Because his opponent discharged forces this match as fast as humanly possible with that. So 367 is on to 38. Clock is ticking. Tick tock.
All done here.
Seems to be no clear indication here. Oh, there you go. We got a Matilda 2 infantry now for Stephenn. Deciding to aim for something a bit bigger than a Crusader tank.
Tiger 1 ready to turn the
And
point is being taken from us.
news for Stephenn. Tightrope maybe just calling the Tiger tank here. The support from the 4th Schwerer Panzer Abteilung. And that's definitely going to pose a problem here for Stephenn, who
Point lost.
something you might have noticed does not have a lot of heavy anti-tank weapons. He's got some foot guards, presenting to the Matilda 2, and some of these will struggle immensely just with the Tiger tank's armor. So things are about to get uncomfortable there for Stephenn. 366 on 28. Matilda 2 infantry tank has arrived to support the British Empire. Bringing up straight down the Tiger. And advancing, there's a mighty steel behemoth against the German lines. Bounce, not bounce. Right, the panzers are being burned down. Something reports on something. We've got guns being unleashed upon the Tiger. He just shrugs it off. It's a mighty armored hide. And Tuffy, what's the training has needed. There go, Crusader down. Being just in the tail and some foot guards trying to challenge the Tiger tank at all. And he might just lose one of the foot guard section. This is only sounds a little bit like GG here for Stephenn. Good kind of GG. There you go, foot guards wiped. Another stinging blow here. There goes Stephenn. Goes GG. GG. Nice shot there. Yeah, that bug with the flamethrower was definitely awkward for Stephenn and certainly not helpful at all. We'll have to see.
They're losing grasp of the capture point.
So will they stop now? I mean, they have effectively stopped playing. So we can't naturally hit the end here.
Vehicles will be able to secure territory shortly.
Yeah, there we go, GG again, and there we go. So there you go, game over. A bit of a nasty fight here. A lot of good plays from both sides. And I think Stephenn just struggled to like maintain the tempo there with the tightrope. I think he also should have taken up sooner. I think he stuck around with it too long for the stewards. Let the live tightrope then catch up, overtake him. And I think at that point things for Stephenn became a lot more difficult. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. We'll learn something from it. This is Imperial Machine. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye, everyone.